on, family? Shouts out to the HOC. Shouts out to RBL, Dark Lordism. Gang. I want to try this way. And hopefully there's no lag. We had a little lag the other day. It was kind of whack. It just messes up our flow. So I'm going to get into your second and third exercises for breathing, pranayama, so that you can correctly extract prana out of the air that you are breathing. Okay? So far, we're going to deal with the air. So as you tune in, hashtag pranayama. For those of you who are doing the assignments, it's going to be very important that you learn how to breathe properly. Okay? Y'all moving all this energy and y'all think that it's lit now, but it's going to be lit on a whole nother level. So when you're ready, just type 1 in the chat and I'm going to get started. Because I'm really just going to stick to the basics of giving you the instructions. And I want to find out from you how this breathing exercise is going for you. Okay? I think I need to. Y'all know, like, I don't like looking down at the computer. Like, I don't want to look down on you guys. Like, hey, how's it going? Am I in the camera or not? All right. Well, it's cool. I don't think my chair gets a little lower than that. Any lower than that, really. So when you have your notebooks ready, put 1 in the chat. Sorry about that. Let's turn the ringer off. All right. My bad. Oh, and before we end, I have 2 Occult College shirts. They are smalls, and I would like to give them away. Okay, they're smalls. I would like to give them away by the end of this chat. So let's see how I can do that. How y'all doing with that first exercise? Some of y'all are a little challenged by it. That's to be expected if you have not been incorporating breathing properly. But it's going to get more challenging. And if you feel like I'm moving kind of slow, it's for a reason. Okay? Trust me, it gets really complicated. And it can make just breathing a whole different experience. And at first it can be frustrating. And I don't want you to be frustrated. I want you to move into it one step at a time. It's way better that way. Okay? It's a challenge you're pushing through. Cool. It's going. I feel like I improve more work. Cool. Yeah, it's like one of those things where you're breathing all the time. You don't think about it, and then when you have to think about it, it's like, oh man. But truth be told, you're not actually meditating while you're breathing. That's the crazy part, right? So, and you can write this down. True meditation occurs in between the breaths during the Kumbhak, which I expressed to you is the pause in between the breaths. And that's why it's going to be important for you to be able to clear these nadis, these pathways where the prana is going to flow through, for you to extract not just the oxygen, but the life force energy that you're going to need, so that when you restrain the breath or you pause the breath, you'll be able to do that for a longer period of time because you'll be so efficient in extracting the actual life force energy that is propelling you forward in life. Okay? So for you all, I'm going to give you 2 exercises that are back to back. And these are compounding exercises. So if you watch the intro video, or you haven't watched the intro video, you need to watch the intro video, which is before this one, because you're going to do that first exercise that I gave you, where you do 12 rounds on each side. And then you'll just take a moment in between and have about 2 to 3 regular normal breaths before you move into the next exercise. All right? So this is your exercise number 2. So write this down, exercise number 2, to be followed after exercise number 1. And so little by little, you realize you have an entire breathing meditation just dedicated to breathing. Okay, so you're probably going to say, okay, how do I even know if this is working? But let me, props. I always have props. After you finish clearing both the Ida and Pingala, the right and the left nostrils, you're going to take 12 breaths into both your nostrils at the same time. Sounds easy. You do this on a regular basis. Right. Things to keep in mind. When you're breathing in, you don't want to make any noise. And when you're breathing out, you don't want to make any noise either. Okay? Now, one thing I want you to notice about when I'm breathing, and I'm showing you the breathing exercise. Notice, and I guess you can kind of use like the background where there's the square here. When I'm breathing in and I'm filling in my lungs. Notice how my shoulders don't go up. And I exhale. Notice there's no change in where my shoulders are. Why? Because I'm breathing all the way down below my belly button, down into my yoni when I breathe, as opposed to just breathing up in my chest. So I'm not doing this. Because as you can see, your respiration, okay, they get super tense. And when they're tense like this, you restrict the movement of the breath to here as opposed to bringing it down here. And you're also creating stress. So where you feel like you're supposed to be breathing and releasing anxiety and releasing stress, and you're not supposed to be holding on to things that are causing depression and all of those irritants, you are anyway, because your breathing is stressful. So if your breathing is stressful, you're trying to breathe in a stressful situation, you're just creating more stress. Does that make sense? I'm going to rise on my chair some. Maybe I can give you a little side view. Okay, so see that? Breathing in. And breathing out. So when I teach breathing, I like to instruct my students to breathe down into their yoni, or to breathe down into the taint or the space between the back of the testicles and the anus, because if your mind knows the direction where you're bringing the breath, eventually with practice is going to follow. Okay, one of the things that you all it was mentioned in Terrain's video was neuroplasticity. Everything that we do, it's just sticking to the motor, right? Everything that we do and our body responds to. You see me speaking with my hands, I'm blinking, I'm shaking my head, I'm moving around. Those are all connected to the nerves, the nervous system. Okay, and the nervous system, there's a pathway. There's a stimulus, it's received, the nerve gets in and it responds. So it's going to go around. It's a receptor and it's going to also respond. Okay, receive the message and then send the message. Receive and send. When you're breathing, and I'm telling you to send the signal down low, and you practice that over and over again, your nervous system is very intelligent. Okay? It will begin to learn by practice creating a pathway to that area so that you become aware of it. It's just like in the movement of my arm, okay? I'm aware of the sensation of my muscle contracting underneath, okay? And then I'm aware of it contracting on the top to bring it back. There's not just one nerve that goes to the muscle, which means that there's not just one pathway that causes that action to occur. There's actually a primary, and then there's a secondary and a tertiary pathway that causes that movement. Where neuroplasticity is most commonly discussed is when there's some type of injury to the brain. Because, of course, these signals are coming from the brain and the spinal cord. So if there's some type of damage to a nerve that you may not even know about, right? You've been smoking and drinking a whole long time. You've been overly stressed. You've experienced so much trauma. You don't really know why you're numb in certain areas of your body. And you don't even realize you're numb because you don't have all the sensations yet. But for those of you who do experience restriction in movement or some numbness, you are going to see some of that sensation come back, because through these exercises, you're going to train the body to bypass a pathway that may be damaged and to strengthen another pathway that you just were not aware was available to you because you couldn't sense it, you weren't aware of it, right? So if there's damage to the primary pathway to getting something done, moving something in your body, through this practice of proper pranayama, breathing, taking this life force in, moving it through your body appropriately, you can train your brain, your nerves, your nervous system to find another way. And while it's happening on a cellular level and on an astral body level, in the materialized manifestation of your body and your mind and your actions in life, where one way does not work for you anymore, you will find another way. All of these things are connected to how you live your lives. Does that make sense? So neuroplasticity is really important. And how you eat, when we're talking about taking care of our physical bodies, how you eat can promote your brain's ability to have some flexibility, basically. Neuro for the nerves, plasticity, ability to bend and change form, okay? Like we use plastic for everything, okay? All right. So you do your exercise 1. Your second exercise, you're breathing in both nostrils. So you want to see if it's clear, all right? See? I don't know if that's really like, y'all see the paper moving? Yes, no? You get the point. I see it moving, but I don't know how clear this is for you. But once you do the exercises, you do the 12 on one side, the 12 on the other. By the time you finish those rounds, you will have a sensation of both nostrils being open. So your second exercise to follow that is taking 12 regular breaths, right? But they're even and they're quiet. In, out. In, out. You're going to do that 12 times, okay? Because you're using both nostrils, 12 of those breaths actually equal 1 round. So don't confuse yourselves. Write this down now so you have it. A breath in and out of both nostrils, right, equals 1 breath. 12 of those breaths, both nostrils, equals 1 round. That's clear for you. All right. Now, what do you do after that? When you finish doing those 12 rounds, chill for a minute. Just breathe normally. And then do it again. You want to get up to 3 rounds of that. Okay? 3 rounds. It takes what? 2 seconds, really? To breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. And remember, you're not pausing in between yet. So you don't have to pause. You don't have to hold your breath. None of that. Just breathe in, out. In, out. In, out. All right? Remember that you're still going to be sitting in your position without fidgeting, without moving around. Okay? You can, if you're sitting up in your chair and in between the rounds, you want to, not the breaths, between the rounds. So you did your 12, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to chill, breathe, chilling. Okay? Then you're going to sit up and making sure that your head is aligned, your neck is straight, your shoulders are back, your spine is straight. Okay? Because as you practice, the breathing and energy starts to move. If you suddenly get a jolt up your spine, you want to make sure that you don't knock anything out of alignment. All right? True story. It can be kind of like that. Now that you've done your exercise number 2, exercise number 3, which I want you to just follow up with, okay? Because I'm going to give you time in between to make sure that you can do this. You got it. You're going to start to do your alternate nostril breathing. Now, I don't know if you feel like I should do this in a second video. If you feel like I should do this in a second video, press 1 in the chat. And I will end this stream and actually begin the alternate nostril breathing instructions in the next video so that it's easier for you to find. Yes? 1, 2, no, you want it right now. All right. I see more 2s. So I'm going to keep going. All right. So I'm going to mark it at minutes. I'm going to go into the alternate nostril breathing. So all you need is a thumb, okay? Your ring finger and your pinky. These are going to be the fingers of action, okay? You're going to begin your exercise by placing your right thumb over your right nostril, okay? And you're going to breathe in through the left. Going to close it off and open up your right and exhale through the right. Got it? Then you're going to breathe in through the right. Close your thumb down, open up your ring finger and your pinky, and exhale through the left. That's 1. Breathing in through the left. Closing it off, and exhale through the right. Breathing in through the right. Close it off, open up the left. Exhale through the left. All right? You're going to repeat that 12 times. Okay? Repeat 12 times. Alternate nostril. Yes. Now I need my glasses on. Oh, y'all, don't forget to thumbs up this video. Like and share and let everyone know that you're here getting all this instructions and sauce. Okay. That's it. There's 2 exercises. When you finish that exercise, just sit, give yourself 1 to 2 minutes, 1 to 3 minutes of just relaxing and feeling the sensations that have occurred in your body, and you move into your chanting. Okay? Any questions? Any questions? You're going to start by closing the right, breathing in through the left. You're going to close the left. You're going to open the right. You're going to breathe out. Then you're going to breathe in. You're going to close the right. And you're going to breathe out through the left. That's 1. That's 1. Then you're going to start again by breathing in through the left and alternate so and so on. 12 rounds of that. Take a moment, and then you're going to move into your mantra discipline. Any questions? Are we clear? All right. I'm waiting. Is we good? Are we good? Yeah. Are we good? Any questions? Okay. Cool. So for Occult College, hang in there. Give me like 2 minutes, and I am going to drop you a video right now for some paid source pranayama. Peace, love, and bliss, darlings. See you soon.